The search continues for the suspects in that deadly mass shooting in Stockton. 17 people were shot, 4 of them were killed. 4 days later, there is still a lot of anger and fear in that community. There are a lot of questions about who would open fire in the middle of a child's birthday party and why they attacked. Tonight, people are gathering to remember the victims and call for peace in their city.
All 4 people killed have now been identified. They are 8-year-old Maya Lupian, 8-year-old Journey Rose, 14-year-old Amari Peterson, and 21-year-old Susano Archuleta. Thank you for joining us tonight at 7. I'm Andrea Flores.
And I'm Edie Lambert. The San Joaquin County District Attorney is now calling the mass shooting an act of gang violence. This is the first time now that law enforcement has confirmed that.
This is gang gun violence, and this is violence that my office will not stand for, and our office is going to work tirelessly to hold those responsible fully accountable. This does not happen in my county. This does not happen on my watch.
The DA making that statement to KCRA 3 tonight after people gathered on the Stockton waterfront for a vigil for crime victims.
Now, this event takes place every year, but people are telling us that it feels even more important than ever given that recent mass shooting. It's hosted by the San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office and a Victims of Violent Crime support group. This vigil is giving families who are grieving separately a place to find support in each other.
Together, we fumbled our way through the dark and navigated the legal system and been a support to one another, and it has grown into this. And we tell people it's a great club that nobody wants to be a part of. But we're so blessed that you are out here tonight, that you are not just curled up in a dark place somewhere, but you can meet people who have been through the same thing. They know how you feel, and we can be a support to one another.
Also at the vigil, families placed ornaments on a tree in memory of their loved ones.
And here's a live look at the Greater Christ Temple in Stockton tonight, where community members are gathering for what they're calling a citywide prayer. Leaders say they're calling on the community to pray for families, neighborhoods, and city leaders to help the city heal.
Tonight, we're hearing from the San Joaquin County Sheriff about the mass shooting. Sheriff Patrick Withrow tells us he can only share limited information about the suspects in this investigation. He says the main thing they're looking for right now is cooperation from people who witnessed the shooting and attended that party. We asked the sheriff what he'd like to say to people who may be afraid to come forward.
Well, I would say to them, if they're caring, real men or women, they should think about the families that are grieving right now and these dead children, an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 14-year-old that were gunned down at a party. And now is not the time to worry about yourself, okay? Now is the time to worry about those kids. And we need everyone to come forward and tell us what they know.
The sheriff says he has accepted all state and federal resources to help their investigation.
We're also hearing from Stockton Mayor Christina Fugazi. She says the Office of Violence Prevention has been meeting with the families affected and people who were injured in Saturday's shooting. She's also been in contact with the governor's office and says a member of that office will visit Stockton tomorrow with resources to help.
This morning, there was a meeting held with our police chief, the district attorney, Sheriff Withrow, and a U.S. attorney. The fact that these people still are at large does concern me because I don't want people taking the law into their own hands. And as for regular, everyday people, this was targeted. This was not something random. They absolutely knew who they were trying to get to.
And as we told you a few minutes ago, the district attorney is now calling the shooting gang violence. And right now there is a combined $75,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. The FBI is offering $50,000 and Stockton Crime Stoppers is offering $25,000. So here's the phone number. It's right there on your screen. Take a look. 209-946-0600. If you saw anything or know anything, you are asked to give them a call. And a reminder, you can remain anonymous.